Fresno, and welcome to the very first Positively Fresno show. I'm your host, Jenine Klein, and I'd like to thank our sponsor, National Raisin Company. Our first guest is Ralph Ramirez with the Central Valley Blood Center. Hello, Ralph, and thank you for coming on the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So, let's say that a person's never given blood before. What's it like to donate? Is the needle big, small? What's the process to not have intimidating things go on there?
Sure. Well, in terms of size of the needle, it doesn't matter the size because people still have the fear of the needle, whether it's big or small. It is not that big, so I just tell people that because when you start giving measurements, they do their own math, and that's where the fear comes in. But it's mind over matter, like we tell everybody. Technically, we build up this traumatic scenario that, oh, it's going to hurt and I'm going to bleed to death. That is definitely not the case. It is a very slow and easy, gentle process. Average time with the needle in your arm to donate is about 5 to 8 minutes that we see at our average donors.
How much is drawn out of the body?
1 pint of blood is what we take that we need to collect. A lot of people say, I don't have enough blood to give you, jokingly, to kind of get out of the donation. Mm-hmm. And I tell everybody, well, that's not true because the average person has 8 to 12 pints of blood in their body. And all we want is one.
All you want is one. And does the body reproduce blood?
Sure, it replenishes immediately, and then they are eligible to come back in 8 weeks to donate another pint.
How about any misconceptions? Have you heard anything that people say that they've heard that maybe would be intimidating? You recruit out of Transylvania or something like that. I mean, what goes on there?
Not a whole lot. They think that, they call us vampires, here come the vampires and you're out here to take my blood and hurt me. But, the flip side, obviously, is that, 1 pint of blood saves 3 lives. Mm-hmm. So when you kind of put it in that perspective, mm-hmm. Sometimes it changes the mindset of someone who maybe had doubt to say, wow, I didn't know that. Mm-hmm. And then maybe I'll give it a shot now. So it's the education side mm-hmm. of why people don't donate, maybe the lack of education, I should say, why people don't donate.
And then is there one blood type that a person has that is more, let's say, valuable, so to speak, than other types?
Sure. So O negative is our universal blood type. So if you're O neg, anybody can receive that blood type. All types are needed, though, not to discriminate any other blood type.
Sure.
6.6% of the population carry the O negative blood type. Mm-hmm. So that's not a huge percentage. So you can imagine not all of that 6.6% donate. So it makes it even harder for us to capture that blood type. And that's why it's so important to know your blood type.
And then the blood that's donated here in the Central Valley, does it stay here in the Central Valley, or does it go to other areas in California or nationwide that are lacking in supplies?
Right. So our focus is we service all 5 counties, so it does stay in the Central Valley first. Mm-hmm. When we have extra blood, if you will, and there is someone else in need, we are more than willing to share the blood, and vice versa. We're all on the same mission. We're all in the same industry, and our mission obviously is to save lives.
And then what is a location that people can go donate blood? Are you still doing the mobile trucks?
Yes, we are. So being that we are essential, we do have the approval to continue our mobile blood drives. There has been some modifications, obviously, due to the pandemic, but we are currently trying to keep our blood drives. I know people have fear because they don't want to be in a blood mobile because of social distancing, but we do only fill half capacity now in our blood mobiles to ensure that peace of mind that we are being safe. You can still go into our donor centers. We have several locations. We have Herndon and Blythe. We have First and Shaw, Champlain and Perrin, and our South Valley Donor Center in Visalia on Caldwell Avenue. So there are several options for the community to come out and donate. Again, we are essential, and we are taking the safeties and the protocols due to the pandemic to make sure that the blood donations are safe.
Is a person available to make an appointment or walk in, or both?
Both. So we do encourage people to make an appointment. It kind of hopefully gets people in and out at an accurate time. If you're a first-time donor, we do ask you just to walk in. But other than that, you can go on our website at donateblood.org, and you can make an appointment online at one of our donor centers or even at one of our mobile blood drives. Every week we put out where we're going to be out in the community with our bloodmobile, so they can make appointments accordingly.
And then you are an account executive.
That's correct.
For the Central Valley Blood Center.
Yes.
So you're out and about in Fresno and the Central Valley. Tell us about what you do.
Okay, so in my job, I pretty much have to make sure that I'm booking blood drives throughout the community, making sure that I'm bringing donors into our donor centers, whether it's individuals or small groups, and also kind of managing our blood supply, making sure that we're at par levels, if not exceeding those levels.
And then how does our viewers get in contact with you if they would like to have a blood drive or sponsor the Central Valley Blood Center? What information can they have about you?
Okay, well, they can actually go on our website, and there is a link there where if they're interested in wanting to schedule a blood drive, and then the account executives will they'll send that down to us. If you want to get in direct contact with me, you can reach me on my email. It's rramirez@donateblood.org, or you can reach my work cell. It's 559-290-0806.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you're giving us this valuable information. And recently, Ralph won an award of excellence for outstanding community service. And so he's reaching out to our community in a positive way. Tell us about that, Ralph.
Yeah, so I had the pleasure and the honor to be part of the Leadership Fresno program that's through the Fresno Chamber of Commerce. I was selected one of 25 students, or class members, I should say, to be a part of it. And it's a community-based organization, giving back to the community, where you fundraise and create projects to either do renovations in the community that may need it, something where you leave your staple or your stamp, if you will, of what we've given back to the community and obviously our city of Fresno.
Oh, great. So what was your field of expertise that got you this award? What was your main project?
So our main project was we renovated due to the pandemic, we were cut short, unfortunately, but we did renovations with the Fresno Discovery Center, rebuilding all of their sculptures and all of their science things that they have over there, and just kind of give it a uplift and a makeup so that the kids can go back and really enjoy the experience of learning how things work in the science world.
Oh, great. And what statues, and I'm picturing what statues they are. Which ones did you do?
Yeah, so we were able to renovate like the how air shoots through a cannon, like with paper airplanes, and we did almost like a xylophone where the kids can learn different sounds on the music side. So we were able to just renovate some of the old artifacts that that maybe have worn down over time.
So what's in the future for you in regards to community-based volunteerism?
Yeah, so continue to give back. I've been very active in the community, not only through Leadership Fresno has given me the opportunity, but also at the Central California Blood Center. Continue to join organizations, help support nonprofit, as well as even get on some of the boards to be involved in the community, and then use my networking that way.
Oh, great. And so if you can make one big change in a positive way about Fresno, what would it be?
Oh, great question. I am a big believer still in the renovation of downtown. I believe that everyone's downtown is the capital of their city. And I know downtown Fresno has done a great job so far, and do renovations, bringing small businesses and even restaurants and nightlife. I am a big supporter, so I want to hopefully find ways, and that's kind of through the leadership program, where I can get involved and continue to contribute and support the renovation of downtown Fresno.
And then if our viewers out there would like to also get involved in this leadership program, because it sounds amazing, how does someone get involved? Is there a website or a link?
Yes, you go on the Fresno Chamber of Commerce website. Right now they're not I don't think they're taking applications because of the pandemic, but keep your eyes out on their website, and it is an application where you apply. They will call you in for an interview and see if you're selected to be the next class.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
I'm so honored to have you as a guest, and you're my inaugural person
Wow,
on
what
this
an honor.
first ever show.
That means a lot.
And it's been a pleasure speaking with you, and you're doing amazing work in our Fresno community.
Thank you.
And we need so many more like you out there.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
so thank you, Ralph, for coming
You're
on the
welcome.
show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take care.